sentiments of my colleague Supervisor Sandoval. I find that the October the 14th letter from the Planning Department does not actually address the issues which the Planning Department raised itself in its July the 8th, 2005 letter. And so there is an incompleteness, if you would, to the second determination, in as much as those very issues that were used to take a negative position on this are primarily outstanding. And you can look at the letter. It's a July 8, 2005 letter under the subsection site visit at the bottom of page 1. And they talk about the project, the street too steep for vehicular traffic, and they don't address that. They just seem to address the width of the curb, and that's not the same thing. Also, the precedent-setting aesthetic issue regarding traffic patterns in the neighborhood, that is not addressed, even though that is also one of the points that is used in this July the 5th letter to object to this project. Also, the again, grades, the exceeding acceptable limits, that is not even addressed. If you go on page 2 at the top, you have the letters under that section A, B, then C, D, and E. The issue they talk about here with the proximity to the city's 49-mile scenic drive, the spectacular views. Well, that is not addressed. The question of the lush and green issues, that's item number D. That's not addressed. And it says all properties with frontage on that portion of the block have access via public stairs instead of driveways to access their homes. And yet, in contradiction to that point which was being made to rule negatively on this, again, the October 14th letter fails to even address that point, even though that is one of the points that was used to make the negative recommendation on this. So just, I guess, hoist by your own petard, the Planning Department's own criteria are not actually addressed. So the conclusionary letter on October the 14th is not substantiated by the evidence that was presented against this project. Again, going on to just the Planning Department's own work, the issue around privatization, the issues around open space, recreation elements, transportation, urban design, those are not returned to in any way in which they can be determinately configured to change the original opinion, I think, of the Planning Department. I actually concur much more with the original opinion of the Planning Department than the second opinion of the Planning Department. That